All right, y'all. We are back at it again. Welcome to Grown Men Shit, where we discuss what is on our minds as grown motherfucking men. And when we have a woman, she'll be able to discuss what is on her mind, motherfucking too. Gentlemen, how are you doing today?
Fantastic.
Dope. Well, we got our third running man here today.
About damn time.
Yeah, because this motherfucker don't be showing up. It's the guy in the brown jacket.
It's about that time that we changed that. So.
No, we're not gonna change. We're gonna talk shit for a cool brief second about this lovely young brother who never shows.
Never
crazy.
fucking shows.
That's crazy.
But hopefully, he says it's all gonna change.
It's all gonna change.
It damn sure better well be.
Damn, Sam Cooke said a change gonna come. Still ain't came yet. Still waiting. Are you Sam Cooke, son?
You see how gold this table is, right? They say gold
Go.
always comes back
Okay.
tenfold.
Tenfold.
Let's give him a round of applause for that one. He tried.
You know what? I don't know if he
Gold always
deserves
comes back
one.
tenfold.
It's okay.
I'm gold.
He's gold. Okay. All right. I am Ajamu Davis. Please introduce yourself.
Keon Polite.
Antonio Daly.
Okay. So what is the 411? What we gonna talk about today, Keon?
Man, well, today's show, we got a lot on the table. We got the rant of the day, which we're going to get into that a little bit later on.
Oh shit.
We got our usual, what do women think? And then we got whatever the fuck else is in between all that.
Okay. So go ahead, start it off.
All right. So let's talk about, actually, let's go ahead and kick it off with the pregame. I want to talk about Kanye real quick.
Okay, let's talk about Kanye.
Let's talk about Kanye.
Let's talk about Mr. Ye.
Ye, as we all know, went and had dinner with Donald Trump.
Okay.
Brought a white nationalist with him as well. Dude was known for racism and everything. They had dinner and whatnot. And, of course, Donald Trump, he confirms that they had dinner.
Yeah.
He also confirmed that, he was totally unaware of what was going on, this, that, and the third, blah, 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 blah. Now, I'm not going to lie, and don't crucify me when I say this. Personally, not a big Kanye fan. I mean, like I said, I like him, just not a big fan.
Slap.
However,
slap.
However,
he got blew up 7 times.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Yeah.
However, let me clarify what I mean.
Y'all heard that?
All right, so because I'm more of an R&B person, so I'm talking about in regards to like music.
You're an anti-Semite, aren't you?
Motherfucker, look, I'm not even about to get into that shit with you. I'm not even about to get into that shit with you. I'm talking about as far as music, as far as music goes. Now, in this particular case, him going to meet with Donald Trump, I ain't even gonna lie. Do you or do you not think that shit is genius? And I'll tell you why. Because how I look at it is like this. He already said he's gonna run for president, quote unquote. Will he win or not? Probably not. But let's look at it from this perspective. He already knows that Donald Trump, people been itching and waiting to hear that this man's gonna rerun for president again. Mm-hmm. Joe Biden is 80. He just turned 80. There's really no front runner, a good successor for Joe Biden, not only because of his age, even though he is rerunning. He confirmed that he's rerunning. There's really nobody that can potentially challenge him. I mean, it'll be pretty dope if Kamala stepped up to challenge him. But even she has her own things that most people kind of are a little iffy about. My point is this.
Like what?
Well, for instance, I believe she was
The fact that she doesn't actually exist.
To be honest, let's just be honest. She's probably one. She's not while she's very notable for being the first female and also the first, African American vice president, which we give her that. Yeah, we're gonna clap it up real quick. But outside of that, in the about 3-ish years that they've been in office, again, really what has they done to really boost her profile? You know, to make her more likable.
Yeah.
So I mean, you could look at it from both ways. Maybe the Democratic Party's kind of trying to dumb it down a little bit, you know, in order to, or maybe not even the Democratic Party, but maybe, you know, some Biden insiders might be trying to dim it down a little bit because by giving her that big platform, it would have given her a chance to be maybe the first sitting vice president, to challenge the current sitting president.
Yeah.
I mean, that would set off a hell of a chain of events.
I believe she can do that by just saying hello on national TV a couple times. Like she got in.
And she just chilled, bro. She didn't do like dang thing. She just
And I don't mean to speak. I mean, I know she's a highly educated woman. I'm happy another American African person has
ain't gonna talk about it.
yeah has been able to grace the forefront of, you know, the presidency, but or vice presidency, shall I say? But you haven't done anything with your platform that I can see. Maybe you have behind the scenes, but the only thing people can actually see is you actually doing something or your name stamped on something.
Yeah, surfacely, like
Exactly.
I mean, true. I mean, and the thing about it is, I mean, I feel like she could still do it. I mean, I do.
Yeah, she does have the power. She
I
does have the
mean-
power of the people. I mean, they did vote for her.
I mean, yeah, they did, but they also, you know, yes, they did, but we also got, I mean, let's be truthful. Be truthful about it.
Mm-hmm.
They voted for her because she was attached to a white man.
Okay.
I
agree.
She ran on her own ticket, and of course, you know, she did lose, even though she led at particular times, you know, during that race. So I mean, which, to be honest with you, as a sitting vice president, if I was her, I probably would actually run. Not even gonna lie, because at this point, I mean, I've used you, and I mean, I'm not big on using people. Let me just throw that out there. But, you know, I basically joined forces with you, even though I don't agree with a lot of what you want to do. But I'm gonna play my part as the, you know, as the, you know, right, as the partner and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Support your agenda, keep a low profile, or at least attempt to. And then in 4 years, I mean, you're already 80, but if you know you get reelected and make it through the end of the second term, you'll be 84. I mean, there's also, you know, questions in regards to whether or not his health, you know, if he's fit to remain president,
his mental state.
his mental state, and the biggest thing is, I think truthfully, she actually should make a move now because of the simple fact that, I mean, we got the Republicans that just took the House.
You know what's funny? You just called Biden Kanye.
Which that brings us back to our original. That brings it back to my original point.
Yeah.
The Genius Party.
Well, yeah. Okay, go ahead.
So I mean, let's just be honest about this whole thing. Kanye's not as stupid as most people think,
No,
or as most
Kanye-
people want to
Man
give.
is
Kanye's not stupid at all.
extremely intelligent.
Extremely intelligent. Maybe not in his female choices, because you know, $200K in child support. That's a lot. $50K. I mean, what was that one song that he did?
I ain't saying she ain't,
I ain't saying she'll go.
That's
but she
crazy.
ain't messing with no other.
Okay.
But the thing you got to understand about that is, I believe that is a plot, a plan, a ploy that he put in so that he can make sure his legacy is stamped, and his legacy being his children. Now,
Right, true.
Kanye, I don't think he expected for the divorce and all the rest of those other things that happened. Now, I believe that's just, you know, a political campaign, you know,
Actually-
based upon him.
I feel like that's backwards because, like, at the end of the day, we're talking about a system that was low-key still built. Like, it's not even really ours. Like,
Exactly.
at that point, like, you can look at other people's downfalls and kind of see the same patterns with him. They was going to take away his family.
Yeah.
She was probably in it anyway. Kanye West knew that. He's like, man, I'm going to put this truth out. Whether y'all like it or not, I'm going to do it. So what they do, they say, you know what, if you go down this road, we taking everything from you. Your family, your money, we're going to try to block you. And he was like, word up.
Of course.
I'm doing it. So
Now-
it was already against them from the jump. He already knew that.
Yeah, not only that, but the reason why I say that him meeting with Trump, because people would probably be like, oh, you know, you're meeting with, you know, this dude that's racist, this, that, and the third. I look at it like this. That was the smartest thing he could ever did. Because for one, I mean, he basically damn near tanked Donald Trump. I mean, I would be surprised if Donald Trump wins re-election. I mean, at first, I'm not gonna lie. Before that, I was a little concerned because I was just like, shit, because racism is so like out there nowadays, bro. You know, like people literally just they will be racist to you in your face, with no issue, no regard.
You know what? I got a question for you, both of you guys. So, what do you think about racism? I'll tell you one thing. It's gonna be crazy.
It's not even real, bro.
You're just gonna be crazy when you hear me say this, though. It's gonna be hella crazy. I love it. You wanna know why I love it? Because they give me the power. You have to be racist toward me, who I didn't do nothing to you. So that means you fear me. I'm more superior than you are because now I'm on your mind, and I didn't do nothing. I just showed my presence, and you are scared of me, which is why you give me the backlash. So give me all your racism, because you know what it does for me? It makes me understand that you are inferior and I am superior. Because if you were superior, you wouldn't say nothing to me. You would look at me. As a matter of fact, if you actually were superior, you would help me. Because the idea of superiority is to make sure the inferior person understands something to be not completely on their level, but at least approachable and conversationable. So if you don't even want me involved in the conversation, that means I am so powerful, but I don't know it. That means now I need to look at myself and be like, oh, shoot, why are they racist against me? So hit me with all your racism. You want to know why? Because that makes you look like a little ant and me look like a god. Because you have to come at me. I don't have to go at you. I can smile at you, but you're still scared of me. That is power. That is true power.
Facts.
I would almost say it's not even real.
No, it's not. Just like race isn't
Yeah,
real.
race isn't real,
There's
yeah.
only one race, and that is the human race.
Yeah.
Now, what we have is different cultures, and we look differently because we're shaped from different climates.
Mm-hmm.
So culturally, we're different. We look different because of the landmass that we occupied at that time, or our ancestors occupied at that time.
Yeah, think about the Great Tower of Babel. We all was chilling together, all same language. God said,
Exactly.
y'all spread out.
Exactly.
Everybody spread out. Still the same race.
Yep.
You just spread out.
And think about it. If we were different races, you couldn't mate with a white woman. You couldn't mate with a Puerto Rican woman. Your DNA would be structured differently. But because we are one race, we can mate with anybody that looks like us. I mean, I'm pretty sure these guys have... There's been some people out there that have tried to mate with dogs. I'm pretty sure, and the DNA just
That's
don't match.
BCI.
No, we're not. But what I'm saying is when it comes down to humanity, there's only one race, and that is the human race.
Yeah.
But please, sorry. You know me, always on the rants.
Always on the we ain't even reached the rain of the day. We ain't even reached the rain of the damn day. Nah, but just I mean, so I guess just basically question of the day.
Yeah.
Which I feel like we kind of low-key answered it. But still, I mean, question of the day. Do we or do we not believe that Kanye West went to, what the fuck is Trump's, the fucking, what is it? The Southern White House, as he just fucking described it.
And where is this at? Texas?
Florida.
Oh, okay.
You know, most
That makes sense.
exactly most Republican state ever. Anyway, well, actually, no, that'd be Texas, but you know they run that connect. Anyway, do we feel as if though that Ye had a ulterior motive in bringing this white nationalist there to have dinner with Trump? I mean, was this PR stunt? Like, what do we feel? Personally, I feel like he knew what he was doing. I feel like you know, I always have had this thing where, I don't know, deep down inside, and I'm just going to throw it out there because I probably would never write about it, but maybe somebody else will.
Check it this way. Keep your friends closer, your enemies closer.
Yeah.
True, that too.
Yeah.
But I always look at it like this. Like a Republican that runs, they basically are saying like, oh yeah, you know, I stand on these Republican values. They get elected and then they switch and like, oh, got you. Y'all voted for me. I'm switching up now. It's not like y'all can get rid of me. Well, then again, that's as long as there's not a Republican House and Senate, because then they'll impeach your ass. But I mean, if you get in with the Democrats though, like you straight. But what's the outlook? I mean, do we feel like did it on purpose?
Yeah, he's a
got a
very
strategy.
calculated person.
Of course.
I mean, everything that he's done in his career, whether people can see it or not, has always been a calculated strategy. I mean, look at how he stays, you know, in everybody's DMs, man. Like, nobody else but Ye can do this. Controversy, and we all know controversy is king, whether it's a good thing or a bad thing. You're being in the media, as long as there are stories being talked about you, who can deny you?
Yeah.
You
Like
know?
this thing, like, there's no good publicity or bad publicity. So it's like, either way, you're getting your story out.
Exactly.
They're going to have to hear it at some point.
Exactly. But nah, I believe since the passing of his mother, which I believe that's what drove him insane,
Literally.
because that she was a sacrifice. I've been saying that for years. Now, I don't believe Ye did that. I believe maybe she might have done it to herself to put Ye in position, or other powers that be did it because Ye wouldn't do certain things. But since then, I believe Ye has decided to be calculated and make sure that he can control the narrative, or at least, if the narrative goes bad about him, there's an opening where he can explain himself. A lot of people don't have that narrative. I mean, when they're shot down, they're just shot down and they're just getting ready to crash. Somehow Ye takes those bullets and, in a plane aspect, takes those bullets and is still able to glide.
Shoot.
So, yeah. I mean,
Did that answer your question?
Yeah. So that's opening arguments, ladies and gentlemen. Opening arguments. Now, Mr. Antonio, what are you bringing to the gold table?
Man, to the gold table, to be honest, bro, at the end of the day, this world's getting crazy, bro. We gotta stick a community. We gotta find a way to not just build ourselves, but to build the community around us, because it's crumbling. And I feel like we as young black men are like targets and statistics for, being out here in the streets. And we not. So
I mean,
we already above the rim.
we've been targets. We are
You know what I mean?
consistently targeted and getting picked on. The problem is that we can't stick together. That is the problem. I mean, it's funny because you have our Mexican brothers tell us that. You have our Asian brothers tell us that. You have everybody in this world saying, if you guys actually stuck together, we could actually deal with y'all. But because you guys don't stick together, there's a problem.
And
that's where the ignorance lies in too.
It really do. And see, and I'm not even gonna lie, that really irritates me. Like, it really does. Because the thing about it is, you can have take your average Mexican family. There can be 10 people deep in one house, and they won't have half as much drama as a black family that can't even sit in the house on Thanksgiving with with 4 people for even 30 minutes. Like, I kid you not. Any family function that I go to, we already know how black families are looked at. You got one person that's gonna start some drama either which way it go. You got the one motherfucker that don't show up for family functions at all because they just don't want to do it. You got the people, it's just too much. And that's the thing. When are we gonna be able to unite? When are we gonna be able to look at our brothers and be like, oh, hey bro, what can I do to help? Or hey bro, you out there killing it and whatnot. Is this how can I help ensure how can I help you be great?
Well, because of what the system is, man, looking at that, we come from such cultural hurt that it dice rolled so far that there is no real way to kind of pick that back up and be like, oh, we're gonna just band together now. They did that on purpose so long ago to the point where it skyrocketed out of control, and then no one person besides the Lord can actually bring that back. You know what I mean? Those events that he set into play had to happen, so he could get back to a place of order. But because we, not even us as a people, just a systematic, racism, or knowing that that's not real, but just the foundation of fear that's put on us and our people, and not even just our people, everybody. There's no way we could get out of that. You know what I mean? We can say this all we want to. Oh, let's try to band together. niggas ain't gonna be together outside, bro. They don't care anymore. Like that's like the Bible said. It's supposed to get worse. They letting niggas out in January for murder and I'll do all this stuff, and just because it's like, you know, like they're doing that because it's supposed to get worse.
But the thing about it is I can't say I holistically agree with it, because what raises us is our environment, right? And so if you're raised in an environment that's hectic, which a lot of our environments are hectic, even if you come from a 2-parent home, you're still dealing with, you know, finding out your purpose. Yeah. Our culture has been misconstrued. Like, American African history, we don't even really know it anymore. Mm-hmm. Most people don't know that, you know, a black man is responsible for the traffic light, like that stops your car. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. They don't know that a black woman is responsible for the hot comb. They don't know that, you know,
a black man's responsible for freaking peanut butter, bro. Like,
exactly. And then they don't know the names of these people. They don't know, you know, who's the first person to bring cotton over here, you know, into the Americas. Yeah. And they're there. I mean, they don't. The only place you could actually get coffee at one point in time was where? 2 places, Africa and I believe Puerto Rico. Mm-hmm. So we don't know enough about ourselves. The Chinese know about their history. They're very big in history. Mm-hmm. Japanese are very big in history. The Russians are very big in history. Yeah. Everybody else is huge in history except for the American Africans. I can't speak on the African Americans, meaning the people from the continent. Don't know too much about what it is that they, you know, their views and their merits. But when they come over here, they're more together than we are. But the funny thing about it is we've been through our form of apartheid for about, 600-700 years now. But we have reshaped, meaning American Africans, we have reshaped the way that the globe works, from language to fashion to movies to food to whatever. We have transcended. We have broken barriers, but we don't see it. I mean, twerking was only a thing that black women did. Now everybody twerks.
Yeah. And not everybody's good at it.
Well, let's just say it wasn't meant for everybody.
Ladies, y'all hear that?
but
I'm just trying to tell you.
Brings us to another thing. I believe, for the most part, and for the most of the women that are American Africans, there's no culture. You are dealing with men now that are trying to find out who they are and becoming cultured. But these women, and I'm not speaking about all women, want to do things that are culturally biased. They don't understand what a man is supposed to do. Just like a man doesn't understand what a woman is supposed to do, because the cultural ties have gotten mixed up.
Yeah. I had looked into, I don't know who was talking, it was some professor, bro, and I was watching this video, and he was kind of breaking down what the world order was. And, you know, I kind of got interested because I'm like, a world order, like, you know what I mean? Like, every nation has, like, their own decree. Mm-hmm. So I was like, oh, let me look into this real quick. And, bro, he broke it down, and it made so much sense. Like, the United Nations symbol is an old Hittite symbol from back in the day. They just flipped that shit. They just was like, oh, we're going to put the reef of all the Greek gods. We're just going to put that right in front of y'all so y'all don't see it. But it means togetherness. Mm-hmm. Put the world in a web, which is the devil's web, over literally all the states and the continents. We're just going to put that on you guys and be like, oh, yeah, together, you know what I mean? Like, oh, we're rooting for you guys. And then the whole, like, plan is to disorient the roles of a man and a woman. Mm-hmm. That's one of the main plans. Yep. Create oneness of religion, or just kill religion, period. Just oneness, period. Whatever that goal is going to look like. It's kind of happening right now. Mm-hmm. Equality for everybody, LGBTQ, now, like, just doing whatever they want to do. Mm-hmm. Then they got mass genocide of kids, mm-hmm. and a whole bunch of other stuff. And I'm like, dude, that makes sense. So with the the men keep talking about now. Oh, you gotta be submissive to the women. Like, no, bro, that's not what a man does.
Nah,
What you talking about, bro? You know what I mean? Like,
not at all. I mean, there are cases where we are submissive, in certain areas, but not predominantly being submissive.
like just straight out the gate. Like, I'm just gonna be, I'm gonna bend over my back to the point where she's the leader. Like, no, bro,
Nah, she walks all over
Yeah,
you
you know
when
what I
that
mean?
happens, bro.
Now, see, and not only that, but see, then since we're already talking about that, like, bro, because there, I'm not even gonna lie. I mean, because there's definitely something that's going on in America by itself, where you see, like, I mean, back in what 80s, 90s, early 2000s, it was men are dogs. Shh. These new day women.
But, I mean, I'm gonna call not every woman out there is this, but I'm gonna call it what it actually is. If you say dog, but you say dogs, right? That's what we call. But dogs have loyalty. Dogs run in packs. Dogs have trust. Dogs have honor. Dogs have respect. Bitches don't. And I'm gonna be very vulgar when I say this. Only thing bitches do is get fucked. That's the only thing bitches do, and there's a lot of bitches running around here. Some that are men and some that are a lot that are women.
Sure, at this point, bro, it's both.
You know,
This generation,
with this generation, it is.
it's both.
It is, and I mean, I don't. This is grown man shit, so we're gonna be on the real here.
Yeah.
When you go to a church and you're going through hurt and trying to figure it out with your family, and somebody in the church that's going through their own shit takes something from you, your wife, or doesn't have the confidence to let the lady know, hey, I'm not into you like that. I'm working through my own stuff. But gets into another situation with the woman that you are trying to work out. That is some bitch shit.
Yeah.
That is some bitch shit on both ends. It is the most degrading, most dishonorable thing that could ever happen, because you're supposed to be in a place of sanctuary. You're supposed to be in a place of godliness. You're supposed to be in a place of brother and sisterhood. So that means that you are very selfish. That means you are very egotistical. That means you are very maniacal to even think about letting those things happen within inside the church.
At that point, bro, it's like, what's that verse? Be renewed by your mind. A lot of people are not understanding, like, oh, I can't change my heart, bro. The mind is the heart of the body. You change your mind, bro, that's it. Mm-hmm. That's your spirit, that's your soul, that's your walk, that's the way you eat, sleep, move. That's how you grind. It's your mind. But people want to sit there like, oh, I can't figure it out. You don't want to figure it out.
Exactly.
And that's what leads to people getting church hurt. That's what leading people doing stupid stuff like that, cheating on people, bro. Like, for what? Because you can't figure it out? You going to mess with my stuff? No, bro. Don't come over here.
You know?
But
yes.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. God was talking to me about that today. He's just like, man, like, it really is the fact of the mind. None of these people really realize that they're chasing connectivity. That's all they're trying to chase.
Yeah.
They're not chasing, it's not really even sin. It's the fact that we are trying to chase a connection, but we do it the wrong way. That's the sin. The sin is that we're chasing the wrong connection, and God's saying you missed the mark. You're chasing the wrong connection. Mm-hmm. The other stuff out here, that's just the world. That's going to be what it's going to be.
Exactly.
That's why it's lust of the eyes, because that's the wrong connection.
Most definitely.
You know what I mean? So it's like when it comes to you and your stuff, and even my stuff, bro, I can't even, I do some dumb shit, bro. Mm-hmm. And Sydney tell you, dumb shit. To the point where I can be real, we almost broke up like twice. Because I'm being stupid. Because my connection was in the wrong spot.
Yeah.
But now, us as men, doing this, even just doing this, we're finding out there's a deeper connection to be had, and we can find it in the right place. And this is the start, bro.
Most definitely. It's about having conversations.
Yeah.
So that they can spark the idea, plant the seed, and then you're able to move on.
Mm-hmm.
You know, build those friendships where people are actually wanting you to win instead of wanting you to lose. Like genuinely wanting you to win.
Yeah.
I believe a lot of people are in situations that they put themselves in because of where their mindset is. Everything, just as you said, is based off your mindset.
Yeah.
And sometimes, for me, when you put in so much work with somebody and trying to build and trying to give them reason and sacrificing, your own goals to see them flourish and for them to do something very manipulative and maniacal.
Man, you got to be a strong type of being.
Yeah.
I'll be very honest with you. You have to be a very strong type of being. Because take it from me, I've gone through that, time and time again. It wasn't until just recently when I was just like, you know what? I'm just like, no is literally my favorite word now. It's like, oh, can you do it? No. Oh, can you do that? No. Like, no.
You gotta protect your peace at the end of the day.
You got to. Because at the end of the day, like, ain't nobody, like, my thing is this. One thing that relationships, friendships, don't even matter. I started to find out, like, for instance, this right here. This is a true brotherhood. Some of the shit that I've experienced that people call friendship and whatnot, or a relationship that you try to be in, you start to find that a lot of that shit is transactional.
Yeah.
If you have to basically make a deposit.
It's not unconditional. It's
Exactly.
very conditional.
Exactly. Like you have to make you find yourself having to make a deposit just in order for somebody and just in order to be able to hear from someone on a consistent basis.
And sometimes you don't even hear back.
Exactly.
You put in and you don't even get out. Like,
especially if you hit them with the I ain't got no money. You need $20? No, I ain't got. Shit, I was gonna ask you if you had $20. I mean, you hit them with that, or if you do and you do, it ain't even gotta be money. Just if you are doing for a person and whatnot, and then next thing you know, it's like, I gotta start doing for myself. Then all of a sudden, it's like, it's crickets. You don't hear shit, no nothing. Like. I don't know. This world is just it's crazy.
This world is selfish.
Very much so.
It's based off of, as you said, being transactional. What can you do for me? Not what can we do for we? And everything it is that I do and whoever I'm working with, it's okay. This is what I can bring to the table. I've seen this in you. Is this something you want to bring to the table? If so, let's start a partnership up. Let's see how it works. Because you can't do anything by yourself. You may be an expert at one thing, but that's one thing. So you need to find somebody else who can do those other things.
It takes a village.
Yes, it does. It truly does. But that village takes an understanding.
I love that.
You see what I'm saying?
Take it a step further.
Exactly. And the great thing about us is we have an understanding. We all play our roles. And when somebody's not playing their role, the great thing about our brotherhood is we'll be like, bro, what's going on with you? I see you're having a hardship, or I see there's something wrong. Yeah. Can we help you out with that? And that, to me, that's the most honorable thing that I believe anybody can do is show that they actually truly love and truly care for somebody. And
that's all it all boils back down to, bro. Love.
And it's so crazy because, like, you'll get that from a person that you literally just met or that you've known for a short amount of time before you even get that from a person that you've known for fucking years. Like, it's just crazy. Like, I still, to this day, kind of low-key just don't understand. But, I mean, by the end of the day, it's not even for me to understand. Yeah. I had to come to the conclusion that, like, people gonna be people. I can't expect people to bend or become what I think they should be.
Let men be the liars and let God be the truth.
Exactly. So it's like, you know what? That's why I just, like, literally, nowadays, I just be like, look, I don't care. Like, it is what it is. You don't like me? Okay. Cool.
It's like, bro, when I go to heaven, I ain't gonna be worried about you anyway.
Exactly. Like you don't like me? Like, cool. All right. Perfect. Yeah, my day's still gonna go.
You showed your true colors. That's it.
Exactly. Like, people want to start being petty. Oh, I'm not gonna talk to you. I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna do that. Okay. Look, I like being alone. Like, I don't even think you understand. I like being alone.
I talk because you're looking like you punk. Like, you talk to me. Looking around like I don't I don't really care.
Exactly. No, see, exactly. Like I tell. Like the thing is, like people understand. Like I tolerate people.
Yeah.
Like unless, like for instance, like y'all my brothers. See, like that's different. That's above toleration.
Most definitely.
Because y'all working my damn nerves sometimes. But I still love y'all.
I do it on purpose too.
This motherfucker here.
But
Yeah. Let me get some.
And you, Mr. Keon. Mr. Keon.
You go to hell.
You know you're coming right along with me, right?
Don't be two plane rides behind you.
It's okay.
You see that line? It's drawn right there. I will not be coming along. I'm gonna wave goodbye though. I'm gonna like, damn, that sucks.
Oh boy. He's gonna have his little mirror. I'll check on them. Okay. They're fine.
Hit you up on FaceTime. Like, y'all still hot down there? All right.
No, we got ice now.
They finally fixed the AC.
Yeah.
I got a nice box.
Oh yeah. You're working on that. Jeez.
Oh man.
What about you, Jim? What you bring to the table?
Oh man. So maybe you guys made some good points, and I'm just gonna continue off of people trying to mold you into something that they want you to be. My biologicals never really truly understood me, and I'm talking about my parents here.
Are we going into the rant of the day, or are we still in are we still in opening arguments?
Opening arguments, rant of the day, whatever it is you want to call it, because you haven't given me a topic to talk about the rant of the day.
Oh, so then we about to have two rant of the days at this point.
Damn it, man!
Last time I checked, I got food waiting on me. Let's go.
This man got
This lucky motherfucker right here.
Can I look at the camera like that?
this guy right here.
Right here.
Yeah. Him right there.
What's going on?
Look into the actual camera, fool.
Right
The
there.
camera's right there.
What's going on?
So he has food.
Yes.
FOOD.
I just want to tell
Waiting
you
on
what
it.
I got though. I
Oh my
got
goodness.
that seasoned chicken, baby.
Oh my goodness.
I got that Caesar salad. I got the roasted potatoes.
Is this man married?
I got Vividly chocolate.
Vividly chocolate. What is
Vanilla
what is-
ice cream.
That sound like a stripper name.
Hold on. What?
I got wine. Wait, no, at the crib.
No.
Macaroni and cheese.
No. What is this Vividly chocolate?
Presenting.
So when you go,
Vividly
to Fred Meyer's and you go to the ice cream aisle,
Okay.
don't get that nasty. No, don't do it. Don't get the nasty stuff. Look for the Kroger. Look for the Kroger label that says Vividly. That's where your heart will fly. It's soft serve.
We are not sponsored by Kroger, by the way.
It's soft serve. You can sponsor me though, because I eat it all the time.
Please sponsor him.
Look, I'll do it like this. It's Vividly, and just put it in my mouth.
Wow.
Yes, I'm gonna do it.
That's out. Okay. Yeah, I don't even
Vanilla
know
ice
where I was
cream.
gonna go. I lost my train of thought.
That's all right. Food do that to you.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, Vividly chocolate.
Vividly chocolate.
And vanilla.
I'm done, bro.
The wine's from Wisconsin.
The motherfucking wine is from Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
He brought the.
Bubble wrapped.
Okay. What vineyard?
I didn't get to read the bottle.
I'm done.
He didn't get to read the bottle.
I know the bottle's green.
Oh my goodness. Isn't that like the majority of the bottles? Like,
Sometimes they're red or white.
Is it that white Zinfandel?
oh, never mind. Forget it. I'm not a drinker, so I wouldn't know.
He said, ladies, if you want to know, it's not Bud Light.
No bud.
Or like.
Oh my goodness! I can tell we just lost plain straight track. What were we talking about?
We were
before?
talking about
We were talking about whether or not we was going before Vividly chocolate stepped into
Yeah,
the room.
Vividly
we was
Chocolate.
talking about if my memory serves me correct, you were elaborating
Okay.
on the insanities of this world.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Brand of the day part 1.
Rant of the day part 1. Okay. Let me clear my throat. So, in order for you to understand yourself, you have to understand what? What are the things that come to you, especially being born first? Well, you have to understand yourself, right? But where do you get the understanding of yourself from? From your parents, right? They're the ones that try to teach you.
If they do teach you.
Yes, if they do. That's the point that I'm trying to make. My biologicals were great at teaching me some things, but teaching me about myself, they really, really did not understand who I was, where it was I was going. And then for me to kept getting ridiculed on who it is that I'm trying to become because they don't understand. They want me to be one way. And I'm trying to find out, my path is completely, totally different. And they're not even trying to get on the same path. That hurts you. And then that starts to develop your first form of hurt. And if that doesn't get cured, you keep going into relationships. Your family is your first relationship.
Yeah.
And they set the tone for everything else.
That's actually the truth.
It is.
That's what
Because,
people say. It
like-
starts at home.
Cause I'm not even gonna lie. Like, literally, real talk. What you call it? Like, no shit against my mom's side of the family, but like for a long ass time, I did not want to date black women.
Yeah.
Like, legit.
Oof.
Like,
Yeah,
legit. I did not want to date black women at all.
There was a season
And-
of time I was like that too.
Then this shit lasted up until I was like 16, 17, like 16, 17. Like, I remember even telling my mom, I was like, look, she ain't gonna be black. She gonna probably be Mexican. Or she gonna be,
He said Puerto Rican.
Yes, I was big. I was heavy on that.
Still on.
So,
Mamacita. But yeah. Sorry, continue.
Oh no.
but like, that was my biggest thing. Like, I was just like, if she black, she gonna have to be mixed with something.
I'm there now.
That could be your brand of the day. She would have to be mixed with something. But I don't know. By the time I got over my own personal ignorance, which it was ignorant and whatnot,
Was it really though?
save your brand of the day, okay? We got you.
Sometimes I feel like raindrops should fall.
Ain't no way he's saying. They falling on your head.
But no,
I'm good.
I'm mad because I ain't even gonna lie. Like, I don't know what it was. Maybe it's just the fact that, like, I don't know. I do know today, though, I did see at the gas station, Safeway gas station, the Federal Way to be exact, there was this fine, short, slim, but thick young lady.
Young lady's coming for you.
Let me ask you this.
But real quick before you ask, just so you know, if you just so happen to be watching this, just go to Grown Man Shit Podcast on Instagram. That is GRWNMANSHT Podcast. And Antonio, be quiet.
Don't skip it, please. Please, please,
No,
please,
listen to me.
please.
Listen to me. Skip it and then just call him because he got the number already on the website. Just skip doing that. You ain't got to watch the whole thing.
Call
Just
him.
text him, send him a FaceTime. Like, hey, babe, I'm trying to come see you too. That's all I'm saying. I'm trying to help you.
And she was wearing a green cashmere sweater.
She would be
Okay.
besides green behind us.
But let me ask you this. 'cause
Reminded you.
This is okay. Lightly complected, middle complected, or darkly complected?
At this point, he's asking you, was it this? Was it that? Or was it that?
No, she was she was melting. She was definitely
She was a little bit there.
Oh no, she was definitely a little darker than this.
Okay.
But
What did her face look like? Did it look like it was approachable?
Like, was it like a
I mean,
Shanti meets like Rihanna or what?
No. Not even that. Like, was she smiling, or did she have a grimace look on her face?
she went. I don't know what. So when I walked into the Safeway, she was looking a little kind of irritated. And I ain't gonna lie.
It was brighten her birthday.
But
Okay.
I
Yes.
mean,
That brings me to a quote.
that brings you to a quote.
I love this quote.
This brings me to a
Quote
quote.
of the day. Let's see what we got.
So this is what I heard somebody say.
Okay.
I don't think black women are capable of love. I think they are just as cold as their skin complexion is. The darker they are, the more undesirable they are. And the more monetary things that they want.
Wait, he said that was his favorite quote. No, did I say that's my favorite? That's not my favorite. That's not my favorite quote. That's not. I love y'all.
Okay.
I didn't look that up on my phone
That's why you can't agree.
That
until afterwards.
yes. You might want to let me read the
That
quote
was
first.
that's my iPhone right here.
Yeah.
Screen.
So
His is black.
the reason why I ask you that question, my brother, is because what I have found out is that it seems, and this is only coming through my eyes, the darker complected the woman is, the more insecure she is. Therefore, because she's insecure, which means she doesn't love herself, the relationships that she gets in are 20 times more toxic.
I would only argue that and say that could be true depending on the background and where in the societal like structure she grew up in.
Most definitely. But if we go based off of what we know, that's a lot of people that we know, more than the lighter skin side. Now, we're not going to say that they don't have their own issues.
No,
Because some of them can be motherfuckers. I ain't even that light skin thing is
That's
true, bro. It's real, bro.
It's real.
I know. That it's funny because women look at me and be like, "I can't believe you're dark skinned because you got light skin tendencies."
She said, "Why you smiling in the mirror?" Like Chris Brown? Look, she said he making that face like this.
Hey, you know, ain't nothing worse than when he gets his hair cut.
She be like, "So you think you sexy? You goddamn motherfucking right. I'm sexy. I invented the goddamn motherfucking word. Who you think you looking at?"
It's Chris Brown.
Bro.
Give my ass a motherfucking round of applause. I'm just that fucking sexy. Anyway,
You can't whisper that in my ear like that.
that's that dark skin shit.
Oh man. I heard a loud and clear.
This dude's nipples over here getting hard. Man.
I thought it was cold outside. Oh man.
Oh god.
Oh my goodness. Only on grown man shit will you get this shit.
Oh man.
Oh, that was
great.
funny. That was funny.
Damn.
That was great.
I got a potted question.
Go ahead.
So we seen how the world's, taking an L right now.
Yeah.
What do you think right now is something we could do to not fix it, but at least give, I don't know, we're supposed to be men and take the burden of our neighbor. So what is something that you think we could do to take the burden?
Let me start with this one. So first off, first thing that we can do is just start being honest with ourselves. And that's one. Because I get so sick and tired. So, like, for one, I agree. We do need to start trying to take the burden off of our neighbor. Mm-hmm. But I feel like people take advantage of it's that particular part that people take advantage of.
Yeah.
When they see someone, and that's why the world has so many problems that it has today. Because when we look at people, we don't look at them as, this person's trying to, help take the burden off of me and this, that, and the third, this is a partnership. No, we're looking at it as a come up. Like, okay, this person has helped me out and whatnot, but I have no intention on, reciprocating this. And I'm just going to let this person think whatever the fuck they want to think and then go on about my way. And if it works out, it works out. If it don't, it don't. And like I said, that goes back to what I said in the beginning, where shit nowadays is transactional. Yeah. Like, if you're not speaking dollars with people, and that's just anything. It could be friendships. It can be relationships. Hell, I had one friend, literally, like, I was like, during my marriage and whatnot, had a friend, brought him into the fold and whatnot. Didn't know, he didn't know my wife. He didn't know, like, her friend, none of that. You know, ended up putting them together. Because I was just like, first off, because I got tired of clowning her best friend every single time about some shit, about the fact that, like, look, like, look, when are you going, I mean, because she's very, like, educated and whatnot. I'm just, so we would always have our little back and forths and whatnot. Just, I clown her, you single and you just mean. You single and mean. Like, how's that even possible? But it was fun, though. So, a little backstory, going a little off topic, but we're just going to bring it up because it does have a point in the meaning. So, I'm at work and whatnot, and I meet this dude, and we kick it off real well because, like, he's intellectual, can have a conversation. To be honest, would have probably been a good dude to have here to even talk with us, to be honest. And, I mean, he's still a good dude. Let me just throw that out there. He's still a good dude and whatnot, even though we don't speak no more and everything. Still a good dude. Still have respect for him. Just don't have respect for how it happened.
Yeah.
So, I'm just like, like, maybe you should, like, and I could hook you up and whatnot, this, and the third. I'm going to make a long story short, because I can go on and on about this shit. We ain't even getting, we really don't have the time for it. So I'm
Get to that food.
Exactly. So I'm gonna make the story short.
Fat boy Slim over here, man.
Man.
Okay.
But long story short, hook him and the best friend up and everything. And then, like, slowly but surely you start seeing a change. And then, like, literally it becomes more of a thing where it's like, we used to be able to check, hey, bro, you good? Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, just back and forth to where it was just one-sided. Now I'm only one calling, And say I have a rule. Like, if I'm the only one that's making an effort, then motherfucker, I'm done. But see, the thing about it is, now, and even to my wife at the time, she felt as if though I was in the wrong. And I'm just like, and this even goes to the point where, like, he was unemployed for a little bit of time and everything, And at the time, I had this, pretty nice paying GM job. And I was like, bro, instead of waiting on this job, come work, you come work with me. Literally, like, I make you highest paid assistant. But, like, no. Come to find out it was a pride thing, to be honest. Big pride thing.
That's most of the problem with us men. It's our pride.
It's our pride.
Yeah.
So, eventually he does come aboard and whatnot, highest paid assistant, this, and the third. But we fall out because of the simple fact of, like, at the time there was a very big attachment issue. And I'm just like, that's cool now, I don't care what you do, but you doing what you're doing is starting to affect me and my marriage. Because, you being on the phone 24/9, the whole fucking day and everything, it's starting to, like, literally affect me. And there's, like, things that my wife, ex-wife now, even to this day, doesn't even know. But I was painted out to be the bad guy.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm not even gonna lie, like, when it comes down to, like, helping people, because I've literally, like, and that's just only one instance. Like, I get along with females far quicker than I get along with dudes. Like, to be honest, like, y'all two literally, like, y'all are literally, I would say, like, the only two guy friends that I even actually have.
We synced up pretty fast. Okay.
Like, and exactly, like, we like banded together, and I'm gonna be very honest with you. Like, I didn't expect it to become what it became. Cause, like, literally for me, like, dudes have always moved weird to me. Always. Like, I would legit try it. But it was like this past time, I was just like, bro, you know what, fuck this. Fuck everything. Cause legit it was made out to be my fault. And like, there was one time I even sat on the phone, just before my marriage did end, and low-key really kind of got a glimpse of, like, how this dude really felt about me. And I was just like, wow, like, really, like that, bro?
Honor and integrity is what dudes have to have. And a lot of these guys don't have that. A lot of these guys are working off of very feminine ways. And I believe the world has shifted that toward us because it has made us think that we have to be sneaky in order to get what it is that we want. We just can't be upfront and say what it is that we want. We have to cow down to what other people say or think about us. And that's not the way that any man should go about doing anything, because that's not being a man at all. Yeah. I'm not even going to say that's being a woman. You need to, as a man, I know you have to be able to speak your mind, for sure.
I mean, you definitely do. I mean, because at the end of the day, in that particular situation, like, you know, I was going through my divorce. This dude, as many times I looked out for him and whatnot, like, never got a call. Hey, bro, I know, shit's going on. There was no love. I know shit's going on and whatnot. You know, you good? You straight? You mean you need to show the crown? Granted, I mean, like, at the end of the day, I got me. I don't give a fuck. But it's like, really, bro? Like, I'm the one that brought you. I'm the one that, like, you wouldn't even know, my ex or even her friend.
You know what?
If it wasn't for the fact that, I even like brought you into the loop, and not only that, but it's like, and then you do this, and then literally everybody, oh well, the way that you handled it, and it's like everybody's looking at the way that I handled it, but like
what you've been through, nobody's looking at.
Yeah, but here's the thing though, everybody will look at it as, oh well, you're trying to have a pity party. No, the fuck I'm not, because at the end of the day, it goes a little something like this. There's a job that needed to be done. You didn't fucking do it.
You know what? I want to apologize for that man not doing what he was supposed to do as a brother, because I understand what that's like. My parents, my biological parents, when I was going through my shit, didn't have my back. Yeah. I went through that hardcore shit with people like you and a handful of selected people that chose to be there for me. My biological mother and father were not there for me. And for the most part, my brother wasn't even there for me, my biological brother. I love them, but I have to distance myself because you show me you don't care. Mm-hmm. You just care about what your ideologies are. Mm-hmm. See, for me, even if I was in the wrong, even in your situation, I would never let you go through that alone. It's funny. My cousin caught COVID, and my auntie called me. I had got over COVID, whatever. She was like, can you go help your cousin? I dropped what I was doing to go help that man. He had COVID. I stayed with him for 2 days, actually 3 days, after he took a little booster shot to make sure he was straight. Because I went through COVID alone by myself. I went through 4 weeks by myself, bro. I was married at the time.
Don't even get me started on that, bro. Because
I was married at the time. Only thing she provided was food.
Bro.
At the first week, she called, made sure I was okay. And after that, I ain't hear nothing from her, bro.
Bro, you know how many times I laid on the couch, sick as a fucking dog? And
I can't even speak.
Like,
I caught COVID.
You know how many times I laid on the couch, even before COVID was a
the day. And I caught COVID from her.
Oh, tell me about it. No, like, do you know how?
She's the one that gave me COVID.
Do you know how many times that bro, that's going to be something we have to talk about for another day.
Yeah, it is. I mean, that is just
that's definitely something we have to talk about.
My dude, she was out with dude when I had COVID, my nigga.
Yeah. I ain't going through that. But
that's episode 3. We ain't gonna talk about it right
now. Oh, my dude. So I know a little bit how you feel. I may have a little bit more, but I know exactly how you feel, and I'm sorry for you going through that. Me being your brother, you'll never go through that shit again, bro. You will never go through that shit.
I appreciate
and I'm gonna be real with you. I wasn't here for none of y'all stuff when that was going on, but I would have been here.
I appreciate that.
I appreciate it, bro.
Because at the end of the day, no one really deserves to be alone in their hardships, because that's when you truly need somebody to lift you up, or at least just be down there with you, so that when you do get up, you're getting up with someone that that loves you at the end of the day.
And that's good and all, but it's like to be honest, it's not. And like most people probably be like, oh well, you want to have a pity party. No, I understand something. First of all, I can take care of my damn self.
Most def.
Like I don't need nobody to be able to pat me on the back or anything. Now that's not to say that, but the way I look at it is like this: if you know shit that's going on, you know how certain things are. Like you've been around, you've been there, and for you to, and like, cause I mean they've been best friends damn near 20 years since grade school. So they talk. And then I know that after they talk, y'all talk. Because that's just how it goes.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is going on. And the only thing that you don't say shit, bro. And then literally, like, every so often you'll look at my Instagram story and whatnot. Like, I ain't even gonna lie. That is some of the most disrespectful and most grimiest ass shit that I've probably ever seen. But at the end of the day,
it's not a brother.
But at the end of the day, like I said before, it's all good. Like I ain't got nothing bad to say. But I got nothing bad to say about old boy at all.
I want to see you win, man.
It is what it is. And if he ever comes across this podcast and whatnot, understand there ain't no hard feelings.
We all know there's one person that can't come across this podcast because I'll jump over the damn thing, skin dude alive.
I'm gonna be the shield, even though I might die.
You wouldn't be able to be the shield, bro. I'm too much of a spear for this.
I said I'll be the shield in the mighty name of the Lord. I jump up.
I don't even know. I don't even know if you'd be able to even cover a fraction or even a quarter, not even a percentage.
I'll do a decimal. That's all I need.
Bro, it'd be like here and then around you. It'd be like, how did he get around me?
You're going to look up and then I'm going to still be in your face like, what you doing?
But that's cool. I love that love, and that making sure people aren't, they stay in their right mind, because there's a lot of things out there that throws for a loop and test us to see where it is that we're going to be in. Lord knows, and you guys know, I have been tested, and I know you have been tested. I know you've been tested. But it's a good thing that we all are now certified. And we will be continuously tested to see how our certifications stand up. But no, you guys are both a blessing to me. I appreciate you.
No doubt.
But the biggest thing that, in order for change to happen, is there has to be brotherhoods like this where men can come together and actually be vulnerable. Because nowadays, I hate to say this, but it seems like when we want to be vulnerable to our women, they're breaking us down. Men need to actually have a brotherhood where they can go and be vulnerable to their brothers and get some kind of enlightenment, some spiritual growth from people that have
There's
been
more
through
grace
situations.
with brotherhood, for sure.
Exactly. There's more of an understanding because you've either been through it, or gone through it, or know somebody that's been through it or seen it. And I believe women have that out the back already, even though some of them like to complain about everything for God knows what reason.
Women will band together for just one common cause. I mean, that's the one thing I will say, regardless of the race or culture or whatever you want to say, a woman will band together, especially black women. They will band together for one common cause. Oh, but the thing about it is you won't see that with black men. You won't, because we're so busy trying to one up the other person and whatnot, which, not to go back to the story, but low key, that's kind of what, when I look back in hindsight, that low key kind of was what it was. Just like, oh, well, I can do this better than you. Oh, I can do this better than you. Instead of just us just being able to be like, you know what, we both have two good women, and, let's just flaunt them off. It became more of a competition. And ultimately, it became a thing where eventually they're both, started looking like, the people that we were with started, looking like, oh, well, she's getting this and I'm not getting
I hate that, bro.
Or she's getting this and I'm not getting that. The comparison game.
Boy.
Like, that's legit what it became. So it's like, and it took me a second, but it wasn't until after my marriage when I realized that when people you know want to do these friendly competitions, and then this is some free game for anybody out there.
Ain't nothing friendly about that shit.
Don't ever fall for that shit.
Go home.
Literally. Don't ever fall for that shit. Oh well, you know this friendly. We're gonna do the you know friendly. You know trying like because a motherfucker that's trying to that is literally showing you that there's in competition with you. Trust me, it's nothing friendly about it. They are in competition with you. They gonna try and they are out to destroy you.
That's what competition is about.
Exactly.
There's no friendly competition.
I know a few people like that in the church, but I ain't gonna drop no names like that. I ain't gonna say nothing.
That's a whole nother conversation.
And I might that might be episode 4 because I'm already at this point. I'm already but yeah, we just gonna
Yeah,
we just gonna breathe.
That holy battle. Yeah.
That spiritual battle, something different.
Yeah.
Something different. I don't even sing, bro. It's something different.
It most definitely.
No
is.
man, when we just know y'all, when we take it to the church. Oh, when we take it to the church.
To be honest though, people, I just want to get this misconception up. The church is not the building you go to. It's you. I just want to throw that out there. It's you. So when you say you got church hurt, check yourself before you start checking other people. Okay.
But people first have to understand what church is.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
what is church?
You know, I
It's
think
the congregation itself.
I think that is definitely for another episode because we got
Number
this
4.
man, we got this man
Number
over
3.
here that's ready to get home and get to his food.
Yeah. If I
Did we
don't-
get a plate?
See, you see her? You see? She didn't make a play for y'all. She didn't let me make a play for me. Okay. Just gonna throw that out there.
You greedy little motherfucker.
That's selfish.
Exactly.
But if you want some roasted potatoes, I'll bring some tomorrow.
See, just potatoes. We don't get anything else. Not even wine.
Look,
not even drink.
matter of fact, no, look, because there's 4 pieces of chicken.
Oh, you're actually
I'm
gonna-
only
you're-
one person.
Hold
The
on.
mugs was huge.
hold on, you're actually gonna show up tomorrow?
If you want chicken,
It's-
I'll drop a plate off. Because I already know you. I don't know about you. I know you.
Are you gonna drop the plate off tonight though?
no.
Man, I'm going home and I'm staying there.
Yeah,
They said there was snow outside.
Yeah. Let's get this man home before he gets beat up. We won't be able to see him again.
Yeah,
All
'cause
right.
there ain't gonna be a Make No More
Fine.
podcast. Oh,
Just
also,
make
if
sure
y'all
you-
don't know, this is one podcast. I got one coming out
Yes, he does.
very, very soon here. So
And we can't wait to talk about all of the great things that we got going on as
Man.
far as channels, as far as just everything. It's about to be something spectacular.
something cold.
Yep.
This is just the beginning.
Well.
Give me my theme music.
Ah, jeez. We appreciate you.
I thought you was
Jeffrey
gonna
got his
do
own
listening
theme
to
music.
us.
I thought you was gonna do the new one, but okay.
Nah, I'm gonna have to do that new one another time. I'll have to figure out some stuff. But you know.
This is Grown Man Shit, ladies and gentlemen. Well, gentlemen, but ladies, in case you're just trying to get a man's perspective.
Yeah.
I
We're
can see how
signing
foolish
out.
we can be. It's okay.
Adios.
Gone.